Hello scrapbooking buddies, Debbie Martin here for our 11th edition of the Savvy Scrapbookers. That's Nicole Soul at Nicole Scrapbooks, Donna Gus at the Lazy Scrapbooker, and me, Debbie Martin at Debbie's Scrapbooking Buddies. So today we're going to be using the Christmas cheer paper and the Christmas cheer stickers, okay? So what we do, if you're new to the channel and this is your first time watching us, we take a paper pack, we divide it up between the three of us so that you can make 6 pages. You're going to watch two-page spread video here, and then you're going to hop over to Nicole's and Donna's channel and watch the others. So you can take the whole paper pack and do 6 pages. So let's go ahead and get started. So what you need today is, because we split the paper pack up, there's 12 pieces in there, so 4 of them are mine. You're going to pull out these 2, and they're going to be our base papers. And then these are the papers that we're going to be cutting, the Christmas tree and the words, okay? You also need 2 pieces of cardstock. We will not use all of these, so you'll have some scraps left over. But you're going to need a platinum shimmer and a deep green, okay? I think it's actually called dark green, okay? But anything that's going to match this paper. So if you've got some scraps, feel free to use those too. So let's go ahead and start with this one. Let me tell you the tools you're going to need, and feel free to pause this video if I'm going too fast or you need to get a tool, and then start it right back up. Okay, so we're going to need the border maker system today, and you're going to need the keyhole punch, okay? And you're going to need the housing unit and the paper guide, so you'll need that. You're going to need the diamond from the geometric custom cutting system, and the circle. This is the 1.5 inch circle, and the red blade. Now if you're going to put, when you put pictures on it, you're going to need the green or the blue blades for that too. And then a pair of scissors. We're going to use the decorative trimmer. If you don't have this, you'll be able to use the straight trimmer to do it, and I'll show you an alternative method for that. And of course you need your 12-inch trimmer. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start with the Christmas tree paper. So grab your 12-inch trimmer, and you're going to put this in at 2.5 inches. So this is going to go correctly on our page. So what we want is the Christmas trees correctly in your trimmer at 2.5 inches. Okay. And you always want to make sure your trimmer is sitting straight so you get a nice straight cut. So let's make sure that's straight, 2.5, and one more 2.5. Okay. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Now we're going to take our platinum shimmer, and we're going to start with the border maker system. So put your platinum shimmer in here. Now if you ever notice, sometimes our paper's a smidge bigger than 12 by 12. So it's like, it could be 1/8 of an inch, but sometimes it's, so if you turn it around, you'll get a nice better fit into this. Okay, so we pop that in there. If you didn't know how to take them in and take them out, you make sure that the 2 little feet are placed outwards, click it in, and when you're ready, you just push that button and shake, and it comes out. So we're going to cut 1 whole strip of this. And you just slide it down, match up the notches, and you actually feel that go into the little grooves, okay? So let's get rid of this. And we're going to trim this off. Grab our trimmer again. And we're going to put this in at the 1-inch line and trim that. Okay, so for right now, we're just going to set. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. They're cutting a tree down here, so I had to stop the video. They were backing up and chopping trees, and it was crazy. So let's get back to our project here. So we just cut this keyhole. So now if you don't have the decorative trimmer, you could just slip this back in and cut yourself 2 strips, like about 1.5, 1.25, okay? But if you do, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take this and we're gonna move our decorative trimmer over, okay? And let's put it this direction. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide it in. We're going to be using the little swell on this one, the wave. And we just put it in just so that we're not wasting paper, so it's just barely in there, okay? And we're going to cut ourselves a strip, okay? We don't need this little piece right here. Then we're going to move it over to the 1.5 inch line. I just got to find that on here. Okay. And if you want to see it close, I've just barely touched the 3. So let me pull that up so you can see it. Okay. Wherever you put it's going to be fine, because it's just a little decorative edge. So we're going to put it there and just kiss the 3, because we're going to do it twice. So we do want the 2 of them to look the same. Okay. So we're going to bring this over. We're going to do the same thing where it's just touching that 3-inch line, and then cut yourself 1 more. Okay, so now we've got 2 of those. We're going to be using those in just a minute. Now, while we still got this same piece of paper out, we are going to cut us a couple shapes, because we're going to cut our ornaments. So we're going to be cutting this and this. So once again, we're just trying to save a little bit of paper, and we're going to be using the red blade. So if you haven't used these before, they just slide right in there, and we're going to slip that in there. And we are using the outside on this one and the inside on this one, okay? So we're using the red, so that we go back later, we can use one of the other blades, the green or the blue, and we'll just do our pictures on the inside. Okay, just make sure, yep. So we'll be cutting our pictures a little bit smaller than that. And we're going to bring this in here. And we're going to go on the inside with the red blade. Okay. And there's our second ornament. Okay. So now we're done with this piece of paper. Let's move to our words piece of paper. And we're going to cut 2 of these and 1 of these. Okay, so it's the only thing we're cutting out of this piece of paper, but still we'll be a little careful about what we're doing, because we might as well save a little paper. Okay, so 1 of those, and we're gonna do 1 of these. I don't know if you've made ornaments before, but they're kind of fun to do. Kind of play with different shapes. Okay, so we got this one, and let's do 1 more of these circles, maybe up here, and we'll spin this around 1 more time, and then we have 2 more ornaments that we're going to make. We're going to be using the dark green for that one. Okay, so there we go with that, and let's pull our deep dark green in. And we're going to use the inside of this one. Okay, then we'll almost have all of our pieces cut, and we'll start putting it together. I hope you're enjoying the Christmas cheer paper. It's very fun this year. We're not using the embellishments today, but I love them. They're ornaments and they're laser cut. Really, really pretty. I should have brought them upstairs so you could see them, but gorgeous. Okay. Now, we're going to be hanging these like they're hanging ornaments. So we're going to cut that with the decorative trimmer, and we're going to try to get them as little as possible, okay? So if you didn't have the decorative trimmer, once again, just cut yourself some little tiny straight lines. But we do have the decorative trimmer, so we're going to go ahead and use it. So let me make sure that you can see what we're doing here. Yep. Okay, so we've got that, and we're going to move it ever so slightly, kind of up to that very first line on both sides. And it has like a grid board on this, on the trimmer. So there are little lines on here. Okay, so we got us 1. And we're going to cut 3 of these just so we can decide how long and how far we want our ornaments to come down. I think I technically, oops, this one I cut too big. See, I can't talk and cut at the same time. So I only take it up to the first grid line. Okay. And we're going to cut one more, taking it up once again to the first grid line. Okay. So I think we have all of our pieces cut. So we're ready to start putting it all together. Okay. Let's get rid of this little tiny one we don't need. Get everything up there and grab our base papers. Okay. Which are these beautiful plaid papers that we have. So let's just make sure that you guys can see what I'm seeing. And once again, I love working on the double mats because everything's going to be nice and straight. So we're going to come over here. We're going to grab our pieces, the Christmas tree pieces that we cut first. So grab your adhesive and we're going to stick those down on the outer edges, just like so. Very pretty. And the tree's also got a little bit of gold in it. So if you didn't have the platinum shimmer, you could probably go with gold too. I do like the little bit of the gray shimmer silver that's in this paper too. So there we go. So now we're going to grab our two little strips and they're going to go down the middle. So it's just going to be pulling more of that silvery gray color in. So go ahead and put your adhesive on those and put those on. Okay. And get that how you want it. Stick it down. And then we're going to be needing, make sure I got this centered also, the stickers. So find your stickers. That's the Christmas cheer stickers. And we're going to be putting the greenery up here at the top because the other girls have got the other pieces. So this is mine here. So I put it about a 1/2 inch from the top. Does it have to be exact? No. Absolutely not. But you are going to want to put it a 1/2 inch over here too. So before I stick it down, I just want to make sure that's nice and straight. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Make sure our paper's straight. Now, if you're not working on two mats, simply bring it over close to each other like that so that you can see that you're starting it there. And then you could bring it around to the other side if you needed to. And stick it down. Make sure I got it nice and straight. Just like that. There we go. Okay. So now we're ready to start adding our ornaments. So let's grab our ornaments. So we are using these like as our ornament hangers, okay? So what you're gonna do is just grab a pair of scissors and we're just gonna trim off. And I think we did 1, 2, 3, 4, we got 7 ornaments. So we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and adhere those to the back. So grab your adhesive. We're gonna put and make sure, sometimes you know you get scratch marks or something as you cut, so I always try to check. And then we're gonna flip this over and we just want it, and I'm gonna pull it so you can see it up to the top. We just want it to be looks just like the hanger. So just kind of kissing those little, and then making sure it's straight. So just like that. So we're going to do that on all of them. Now when you're doing it with the words, you're probably going to want to make sure the words are straight. Chances are you're probably going to have a picture there, so that's not going to be seen. But you might end up using it as a journaling box or something too. So you're going to want to make sure that your words are straight. Okay, so let's go ahead and put all of those on. And they are still blowing the chipped wood at my house. So I don't know if you can hear that or not. I hope you can't. Oh, yeah, we had a dead tree, so we had to get it taken down. And, you know, then there was another one that should have been taken down, so then we took that one down. So we're adding those. So you're just one by one adding the little tabs, the little hangers for your order. And let's see, the words kind of go different directions, so you got to figure out which way you like the best. I don't know on this one. It doesn't really matter a whole lot on that one. And let's do our last two. Maybe I didn't cut enough, or maybe one is hiding. We might need one more. Okay. So we're going to add that on. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. Let's just cut another one. There we go. And add our last one. Okay. So you can add your tape to the back of that. You can add it to the back of your ornament. And there we go. So now we're just going to lay them out. Figure out how we like them. I don't know, maybe this one over here. Let's play with, maybe we want to do different colors on the same page. We want to vary the heights a little bit, vary how they are. Like maybe make some of them a little higher, or some of them a little lower. We don't want them all to be the same. I love holiday decorating, so I like to hang them from the chandeliers. You can do anything you want with them, so we can get a little creative on this. So now we want I kind of want my strips that are hanging down to be in between, so you can see it. So, because we've got still a few little fun things to put in here. So let's just play with this a little bit more. Get it to where we want. Okay. So once we get them the way we want them, let's go ahead and use some repo tape, because if you needed to pull it back up, we still could. So let's I'm going to put this one almost down to the bottom. And then we're going to put this one on. Make sure you comment and tell us how you're liking these videos. We were talking about it, and I'm pretty sure we're coming back next year to you. We've really enjoyed doing these videos, and you guys have too from your comments. So, okay, we're going to hang that one just like it's hanging straight off of that one. And then we're going to add this on here. And I want to make sure that my strip is coming down. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to push this up so you can see a little bit. I'm just going to add a whole bunch of adhesive on this to make this easier. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it down here. And then I'm just going to cut it off right there. So it's going to be, if you wanted to tuck it, I'm going to cut it a little bit, and I could tuck it underneath there. Or if I don't want to tuck it underneath there, I can just cut it just like that. Okay, well, this one fit. Maybe if we scoot this over, which is another really good reason that we put it on with repo. Let's see if we bend it this way, maybe. Oh yeah, that'll work. So we're going to take that all the way up and cut that off. And then we've got a couple of those strips here, so let's grab them. And once again, I'm going to put my adhesive all the way down on this one. And it never fails. I run out of tape when I'm doing a video, so I always have to bring an extra one up because that's what happens. So let's grab another one, and here's a little lesson in case you haven't reloaded you just take the old one out, you pop it on there just like so, and you put the lid on it. It's good to go. I have different colors. I have one for repo and one for regular. I also mark mine because it's just easier, because I can't tell you how many times I grab the wrong one. I know you've done that too. So let's see. I'm going to put this one all the way up the top. We didn't stick this side down, did we? We just stuck the other side down. Okay, so let's go ahead and stick this one down. Just like this. And let's bring this one in between this. About like that. And let's do this one. We're gonna stick it down just like this. Okay. Get that straight. Like that. Bring this back in here. Yeah. You can flip it whichever direction you like. Okay, let's bring that off here. And look, we didn't stick our last ornament down. So this is where you're going to want to cut your shapes for your pictures. And yeah, I am caught up on Christmas, so I didn't have any. But let me tell you, I love doing pages ahead of time, okay? I have them all organized. I have a Christmas section. I have spring, summer, winter, fall. I have a birthday. So when you're on virtual crops and when you're doing our pages, have a way to organize them so that you can just quickly go back and find them, because that's the key. If you can't find them when you're done, then what good are they that when you're ready to use them? So we're going to go ahead and put our stickers on now. And if you haven't subscribed, let me ask you to click subscribe right now. So let's put the Christmas tree kind of down over here, kind of half on, half off, like that. We are going to be using the Magic of Christmas. And you can tuck that anywhere you want. Up here, you could tuck it down at the side. I kind of like it right here. You can put that on with foam squares if you wanted. You don't have to. We're going to use a couple little stars. And maybe a tiny little gold one, because we pulled in a lot of gold and silver on this page. Okay. Let's say right up here, there's a little space open. You could use foam squares with this, or you don't have to. But we're going to use all three of these. And I'm kind of going to put the middle one on first. And then we're going to put this one right underneath it, and this one right above it. That would look really nice with foam squares too. I didn't bring them upstairs today working on the video, but that would look great with foam squares. And our last little cluster is going to be right over here. And I had the presents. I had these presents that are right down here. So let's bring that present in about right there. And then I would probably pop these. Not that you have to, but it would just give it a little extra flair if you wanted to. You can take the centers out of your presents too on that one and pop that in right there. And we are done. I hope you enjoyed this. Looking forward to December, because this was number 11th edition for us. Comment, tell me what you think, and happy scrapbooking.